let me tell you about the email widget when I find the right thing. Get your hot lead alert. Anybody like to get an alert when a hot lead is on your site ready to talk to you? You can jump in, close the sale, save the day, be the hero when your bot tells you that the right person is looking for your attention. So what's all this about a lead alert? Here's how it works. When a qualified lead is chatting with your bot, you'll get notified via email in real time as the conversation's happening so that you can jump into the conversation and reach out. You can either do a live takeover. Using MobileMonkey, you can jump into the conversation at any time. Your bot will shut off. That's what the live takeover feature is. Or you can reach out via another channel. Say, for instance, they fill out a lead form. They provide their email address or their phone number, and they say, would you give me a call back or an email back? So those are some of the situations. That's what we're talking about with the live email alert. So here's our agenda today. Just a few top tips and pointers, and we'll actually set one up. Number one, check out the funnel on that bot. We'll do an overview of what the funnel looks like, what the sales funnel looks like. Then we'll set it up. I'll give you a few of my favorite pro tips for the email widget, and there'll be time for Q&A at the end. Does that sound good? Does that sound good, Harley? I think he approves. So check out the funnel on that bot. What's it look like when we're talking about the email widget or an email notification of a hot lead on your site? Number one, you've got the chatbot embedded on your website, right? Hello, website chat widget. And a visitor comes along or is on your site. This is actually an optional step, but it's the number one, a visitor on your website, because you know that your Facebook bot is available on Facebook as well. So maybe they're on your page, your Facebook page, or maybe they're on your website. Either way, somebody is on your property, whether rented or owned. Yay, right? There's a number of ways that they might have gotten there, but once they're there, it's time to, activate ourselves and get ready for if they need, if they're ready to convert or looking for some messaging. So that brings us to number two in the funnel, which is message your bot, or they message your bot. So somebody on your website, we'll use that situation just for clarity. Somebody's on your website, they see your little chat widget in the right-hand corner, and they have a question. Maybe they want to know if something's going to be coming back in stock, or if something is in their size, or what size they should buy. Maybe they want to know a little bit more about like what if there's any special offerings or deals right now, right? Whatever it is, they click that chatbot on your website and they start chatting. Step number three, they've qualified themselves as somebody who's hot. And there's a number of reasons why they might be hot, depending on your business or your situation. One thing could be that the page they're on is representative of somebody who's lower down the funnel, ready to convert, looking for questions and trying to figure out that kind of like last peace of mind before they hit the buy button. These pages might be something like a pricing page, or they might be a checkout page, right? Another reason that they might qualify as hot is that they've filled out a form. Maybe you have a little bot on your website that says, how can I help you today? And if somebody clicks on that, they end up filling out a couple of questions about themselves, telling you what they're looking for, sending over their email address, right? Pretty basic lead gen form through your chatbot that you can embed on your website. Or maybe they've gone ahead and just asked for a human, right? Maybe they said, can I talk to somebody live? Can I get some help? I'm looking for support. You can trigger a response that will send out an alert to you or your team when somebody's asking for assistance. Those are all the reasons they might qualify as hot. And then you get notified. That's the final piece of this funnel. Although after this is the follow-up, which is up to you, whether it's an automated email or whether it's a reach out personally, or whether you jump into the live chat and take over the conversation. So then you'll get notified with the email widget is what we're looking at today. It is a pro feature. It's super duper powerful. It's one of those advanced features that have a ton of value because there is no lead like the lead that's talking to you right now, right? So let's, now that we've taken a look at the funnel, we'll go ahead and set one up, set it up. So to the bot builder, friends, here we go. I'm gonna stop sharing this here and then we'll switch over into MobileMonkey. How's that sound? Any questions yet? What's going on? Just jumping around windows here. All right, cool. Happy Friday. I see Mark Traphagen. Hey, Mark, how are you? We're talking about a really cool topic today, which is setting up a lead alert via email. If you're joining just now, we're going to set that up in MobileMonkey where somebody's talking to your bot, maybe they're on your website, and they're going to go ahead and send you a message that you can jump into live. All right, we're going to go into MobileMonkey, like I said. This is my BotGirl account. You can find this account by going to facebook.com/botgirl.io. And I'm actually going to encourage you to test this out yourself in a little bit here after we take a look at how to create these email widget alerts. I'll share my screen again. Don't you just love when you have windows open? Okay, there we go. Not the one. Share screen. And voila. Here we go. So this is the first thing that you see when you log into MobileMonkey. You've got a number of different areas that we might go into, but we are going straight to the bot builder. We're going to set up a dialogue, which is a conversation, that little building blocks of conversations that your bot has. And as you can see here, I've got my welcome message set up, which is, this is something if somebody messages my page, my Facebook page, they will see this kind of default message, thanks for messaging me. And what we'll do here is we'll I've created a folder to contain my hot lead alerts. This might make more sense depending on the organization of your funnels. It might be a funnel folder, right? So funnel for pricing page, okay? So create a funnel for the pricing page. That's what we'll do here. I'll create a new folder and I'll call it funnel for pricing page. Create a folder. And remember, there's going to be time for questions. Throw your questions into the chat so that we can see them and we'll get to them at the end here. Funnel for pricing page. I'm opening this up and I'm going to add a dialogue. This will be a funnel where somebody messages on my pricing page. If they're on my website pricing page and they say, hey, I had a question about this X, Y, or Z, then we'll bring them through a form and we'll end up with a hot lead alert. Okay, so pricing page form is what we'll call this. Create the dialogue here. Now I have a beautiful blank canvas on which I can add different widgets. And we'll just start with a very basic quick question widget. The quick question widget is one of the most powerful widgets because it allows you to have pre-populated answers to your questions that you ask, so that it's really low friction and simple for somebody to respond to your bot's prompts. So go ahead and ask your question here. Imagine that the chatbot widget starts off with, how can I help you today? Or do you have questions about our plans? How's that? Okay, do you have questions about our plans? Hi, what can we help you with today? And then I'm going to create a new attribute here, and it's going to be help request or pricing page intro or intake. Save. And I'm going to make it a multiple answer type as opposed to some of these other types, which are like email or location or phone number, where you can pre-populate the little button that somebody can tap by pressing, by using the email option. But because we were going to go ahead and do multiple choice, we're going to add an answer here. And I'm going to give a few options for my reader or visitor to easily select from. If somebody's on a pricing page, they might be wondering about a custom quote. That's one possible answer. They might be asking about special pricing. Or maybe just I have a question. So you see that? That's really super duper easy. This is going to be our intake, where we're going to help funnel our visitor to the right information for them when they're on the pricing page. And then at the end of it all, we'll send ourselves an alert when somebody needs immediate assistance or is looking for our help. So imagine this funnel, okay? Which of these funnels would we potentially want to give ourselves a hot lead alert for? I'm thinking a custom quote, because they're looking at the pricing page, they're seeing their needs aren't there. Maybe they're an enterprise business who is gonna or needs like a bulk order special deal on some large quote, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and create a second dialog here for custom quote. Custom quote form. Let's create a form. I'm using the form widget here. This is called the custom quote form. All right. Great. First name. Happy to help you with that today. What you just saw there was my shorthand to get the menu of attributes, and I just usually use the double curly quotes to type it in, and then I see it from a drop down. The other way that you can shortcut this is by hitting this little button here. Great first name. We're happy to help you with that today. A custom quote today. I'm getting a little lag here. There we go. What is your email address? And we'll go ahead and save the attribute to email. We're going to use the email type, where it will automatically populate the user's email. And we're going to go ahead and mark this as a conversion, because I think that it's important to know when people provide your email address, their email address, because that's creating, the next step of the relationship. All right, so we've got an email address. What other things might we want to include in this form? We're going to add another question. We're going to ask them for their budget. What's your budget for the project? Obviously, you might want to be more specific based on what you're actually offering here. But I'm going to use multiple choice options, and I'm going to give a couple of brackets for different, budget brackets. What's your budget for the project? We'll do multiple choice here. We're going to say budget as a new attribute. And you'll see where these attributes come in super duper handy in a little bit. And we're going to set up a couple of values here. These are the pricing brackets that they can just easily select from, right? So let's go ahead and say 50 to 200. You get the idea here. 201 to 500. And then we'll do 501 to 1,000. All right. So there we go. Now we have a budget amount, which will help us qualify the lead as we get it. And if you wanted, you could also add a phone number here, right? Here's another thing you could do in this. Help yourself get in touch with them in the way they prefer. So the first question was, what's your email address? The second question might be, what's your phone number? The third question might be, how would you like us to what's your preferred method of getting in touch with you? And then you can say the attribute would be preferred contact method, and you can go ahead and follow up with them in the web method that they prefer. Okay. And so then the last question here, after their budget, then the last question might be, briefly describe your project. Can you describe your project? Of course, your form will be totally different. It might need quantity, it might need color or sizing or date, right? What's your timeline? You can ask all these questions, helping you to qualify the lead when you get that alert so that you know all about the project and can judge how spicy hot it is, right? We're going to make this, can you describe the project, a text widget, a text in type input where it's free form. They can go ahead and say whatever they want here. And then we'll just say a new attribute here, which is project description. And just like that, we've got our form completed. This one has 3 questions. Yours can have quite a number of questions. You can stack forms on top of forms. And now we've used the form widget, which is part 1 of getting that lead information, and then we'll go ahead and send it to ourselves. So this is, we're going to add the beautiful email widget, which is the star of the hour, because we're going to go ahead and notify ourselves when that leads in. As you can see, the first field is the reply to email address. So maybe if you wanted to reply to a certain person in your organization, when you get this email, that would be really easy, like maybe reply to support or something like that, or reply to sales. Let's do that, okay? Reply to sales at mobilemonkey.com. And then this message goes to vnessi at mobile, which is me. You can email me there anytime you have a question. And this is what I like to do. I love to start it with an emoji, so it's going to stand out in my inbox so that I know at a glance when I get the notification pop up on my phone that somebody's emailing me from my bot. You might do a little robot. You might do a little stop sign or a little flame. Okay, hot lead alert from your MobileMonkey bot. Enter your message here. Now, this is the really fun part. We're actually going to be able to send ourselves the information that our lead sent us. So I start with a little intro. So because, maybe this is a client, or maybe you're setting this up for your client, maybe you're setting this up for your sales team. You want to start with a little introduction here. You've got a lead alert from your bot. And then this is the really cool part, like I said. So I'm going to go with name. colon, and then first name, last name. This stuff we didn't even ask in the form, if you can recall. We automatically get this information from anybody who messages your bot, thanks to Facebook. All right, name, and then the other thing we asked for was email. So we'll just go ahead and put that in. And then the other thing we asked for was budget, right? Budget. And finally, project description. Project description. I'm going to just be cheeky because I love it. Go get them. Your MobileMonkey bot. Okay, that is what we call the email widget. We've just completed that form. We want to end this dialogue off with a thank you and what to expect next for our reader. So I would just do one more widget here at the end. It's a text widget, maybe it's a text widget with a button at the end with some kind of, like link to the blog or a next step, or, or maybe it's just, great, we've got your message and we will be sending you, we'll be getting in touch soon, right? Thanks. Thanks, Virginia. We've got your message and we'll be in touch soon. Set those expectations of what happens next. If you wanted to, I would like to say, read the blog, send them to somewhere where they can continue to engage with you. Read the blog. Maybe there is that special page that really aligns with whatever this person's interests and needs are. Okay, that's it. That's how you set up the email widget. So let's go ahead and give it a spin. Is anybody loving this? I think it's pretty awesome. Unlimited, yes. I'm reading your comments right now. I'm seeing some cool comments. Hey, Isaac. Hey, good to see you. Michael Smith, you made it. Thank you. I know you're looking forward to this topic. Have you ever set up a hot lead alert yet? Shafiq, thank you for joining. It was great talking to you this week. Kirk, hey, how are you? And you've got a question. May I know how this funnel for the pricing page may be triggered? All right, that's good. Let's get back to that before we sign off today. We'll talk about triggering your specific bots. Now I'm going to switch over into this window because I wanted to show you the bot process, right? You want to see this live too? All right, test dialog. Open in Messenger. There we go. Let's make sure everybody can see this. I don't know how it's jumping around and picking which screen to show. No, that's not the one. Okay, this is frozen. Ah. Bing, I got a notification. My test is working. And I should have set up one other thing, which was a trigger so that you can test this yourself too. Ibrahim, I'm really glad that you think this is informative so far. That's exactly what I would like it to be. All right, there we go. For sure. Okay, beautiful. What's your email address? This is our form, right? So great, Virginia, we're happy to help you with a custom quote today. What's your email address? Look at that. There's my email address. Boom, just like that. I'm gonna go ahead and click it. What's your monthly budget for the project? Oh, I have a typo here. We're gonna go with high end or unlimited, as Michael said, which I'm good with that. Can you describe the project? All right, let's describe the project. I would like a monkey shed in my backyard. Yeah. Does anybody know anyone who had a monkey growing up? Because I do, and I think that's pretty special. Thanks, Virginia. We've got your message, and we'll be in touch soon. Read the blog if you want to continue, learning more about whatever we're talking about. So that's that. We did it. It's working. And the last thing to see is what it looks like in my email, right? So I'll go ahead and find my email in a super clandestine way. And boom, boom, boom. Let's take a look, shall we? Thanks for sticking with me. Keep putting your questions in the chat. We can cover them all after. I have a few pro tips to tell you about, including when we'd want to set this up, like the question that I read about from all about, how to set this up on a specific pricing page or funnel, which is a very good question. Hot lead alert from your MobileMonkey bot. You've got a lead alert from your bot. The name is, remember, we just had first name, last name, and it automatically took it. Their email address is this. This is their budget. This is their product description, and it's all right here. And because I put the reply address as sales at, and maybe that should have been the to address, but if I wanted to reply to this, it would go to sales, and I could maybe throw it in the queue so that somebody could pick this up, follow up, and continue the conversation. Or maybe I get this in my email address and I have the Facebook Pages app and I can go ahead and jump into the chat that way. Do you see the power of this? It's really awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and we will close all this down. We'll stop sharing here and we'll go back to our presentation. Let's do it. So we set it up. We got it all set up in the bot builder. We saw that beautiful stuff. So here are my email widget pro tips. Some inspiration to get you thinking as you're setting up this powerful feature. My favorite situations to use this might be on a conversion page, somewhere low in the funnel where we want to help answer any questions, remove any barriers to hitting that buy button. If somebody actually asks for a human, that's another reason you might want to set that up. Or when somebody completes a lead form and you can throw your email widget at the end of the form so that you get that information straight to your email. You can actually test a couple of these yourself. I forgot to add the trigger to the one we just built, which would have been really smart. But you can go ahead and hit me up on facebook.com/botgirl.io with either the keyword spicy or human, and you'll see a lead form very similar to the one we just set up. Example, spicy being the example of a form, and at the end of the form, this example right here, the lead form example, and human being the request for a human example as well. Oh, and that reminds me about, look at my placeholder. Got questions? That reminds me about the question from the chat right now about how to set this up on a specific pricing page, which is really important to know. And that is what comes down to embedding the chatbot on your site, right? So if you're embedding the chatbot on your site, you actually, and you're using Google Tag Manager, which is the recommended way to embed the chatbot on your site. It is just the easiest and most convenient for a number of reasons. I'm not a techie. I don't want to be going into my head section of my website and adding like any code there. But what you do is and I'll drop this link for this quick tutorial, a great tutorial by Isaac Radunsky, who's watching. Hey, Isaac. A quick little tutorial about how to copy the website chat widget code from within MobileMonkey and then use Google Tag Manager to trigger that code. You can do an all website or you can do specific pages. And that's all controlled in Google Tag Manager. That's another reason why this is the recommended method, because you have a lot of easy granularity from one place on which pages that you include specific bots for. And you can remember how we set up a specific funnel for the pricing page. When you create the chatbot code, you create it for that dialogue in particular. And now you're able to place it on that exact page using Google Tag Manager. So I hope that answers your questions. I did want to just say one more important thing. As today is Friday, June 28th, next month there is changes coming to MobileMonkey's plans. We're rolling out more flexible pro and team plans. And these plans, rather than being like the one fit size fits all plan, they grow with you. They have a number of different like nuances that make sense depending on what your budget is and what your needs are. One of the things that we heard from like everyone using MobileMonkey is right now the pro plan, it's maybe too big for some people, right? Like it's nice to have like this widget or that widget, but I don't need everything under the sun right now. Like that's not how big my business is. That's not what my needs are. And maybe as I continue to grow and scale the bot, I could see myself, needing more of these features. And so we're using that feedback and we're able to kind of create different size plans. And I think that they're going to be really great once you see them roll out. But if you want to have no limits, if you like the idea of the unlimited features plan, you don't want to have to worry about, getting that module or this segment or that feature, and you want to have an unlimited number of message sends. And a message send is the bot sends a message. Anytime your bot replies or sends out a message, that's going to be a message send. If you want no limits on your message sends, then you can be grandfathered into today's no limits plan. It is the last day to lock in the unlimited plan. We are retiring this plan when we start rolling out the new flexible pro and team plans. Today's plans have the unlimited features, unlimited sends. If you're on team today, you have unlimited pages, unlimited users. There's a number of like unlimited features, not only features in the bot builder, but features of having how many pages you can send, how many messages you can send, how many users you can tie to the account, these kinds of things. If you're on a free plan and you want to maybe consider what our pro and team plans look like in the unlimited feature set, go ahead and visit our prices page or our agency prices page. And remember that today is the last day to be grandfathered into the unlimited plan. You can always cancel this at any time. You can always scale down to one of our other plans, or you can, downgrade basically. But if you want to just not let this opportunity to get the unlimited features plan go away, then you'll want to upgrade today, okay? If you're already on a pro plan or a team plan today, then you are locked into that grandfathered unlimited plan rate right now. So you don't have anything to worry about. But if you're on a free plan and you're using 1,000 cents per month, you might want to look into what the unlimited plans are, such as a heads up. Got questions, ABC? All right, I'm going to turn to the chat here. and see what's going on. What's going on? All right, Ibrahim, thank you for your feedback about this being informative. Definitely looking to do that for everybody. Can I direct a lead to click on their email address and phone number? Some may not know that they should click on the email or phone number. That is a good point. If that's what you're finding, maybe people are dropping off this bot and they aren't completing it and providing their email address or phone number. Yes, that's a great idea. Say in your copy there right before, can I please have your email address? Click it below or type it in. Type in your preferred email address. That is usually what I say. Probably forgot this time just because of doing it all live. So good question there. Can you show a comment guard for a Facebook post? Michael asked. Okay, sure, we'll do that. I'll just see if there's any other questions here. Will there be a replay to watch? Kelly asks. Yes, there is a replay to watch inside the group here anytime. Go to videos on the left-hand side of the group, and you can go ahead and do that. All right, can you show a comment guard for a post? Let's do that. Although there's a special video all about comment guards, setting up the video, but I don't see any other questions here, and I don't see any reason why not. So let's do it. I'm going to go open up MobileMonkey. Run through a comment guard to this form to highlight taking them to a form from a Facebook post. That's genius, Michael. Let's do it. I like that funnel. So I'm probably going to have to add something to my bot girl. And remember, my latency on my internet is pretty wicked. Wicked in a bad way, but we'll do our best. Okay. Give me a second to set some stuff up. Oops. Any other questions? Drop them in the chat. We'll definitely take a look. I see that I'm kind of frozen right now. But so far, the technical difficulties have been mostly minimized, I guess. All right, go ahead and share again. Sharing. Application window. Share. The other thing is I need to pull up my Facebook bot girl. And Michael, tell me if this is what you were thinking when we were talking about this. The first step would be to create the bot that's going to be the intake for the response. But we've done that form already. And maybe you'll want to finesse it a little bit for this particular use case. The next thing to do is go to comment guards, which is a lead magnet. Comment guard, if you don't know, is an automatic responder to comments on a Facebook post. Let's do it. So that your bot replies to people who comment on your Facebook posts. So this is going to be the request a quote. Comment guard. We're only going to respond to posts, and we'll pick that in a second because I haven't created it yet. And the text that we'll say is want to talk about a partnership. We love helping businesses with bot building, bot lead gen. Comment yes to to get started. All right, cool. And then picking the dialogue here, it was like, let's see, luckily I don't have too many here as an option. It was the pricing page form. And I'm not going to give it a frequency cap. An hour should be fine. So the last piece of this, and hopefully everybody followed that, but we created the automated reply to somebody who commented, and then we hooked it up to a dialogue to continue the conversation. We specified a frequency cap, which is how often this message will come up if somebody leaves a comment. And this is pretty much important for something like a live stream video. I don't think most people are going to be commenting on your static posts very often, multiple times. But on a live stream a video live stream, somebody might comment multiple times throughout the course of the video, and you don't want to keep hitting them up with your autoresponder. So that's why you might set a frequency cap. But otherwise, it's not going to be really important. I don't expect somebody's going to send me a ton of messages on this post, so I'll just leave it at the 1 hour. That's fine. And then the last bit is picking the respond to posts. Okay, so I should just actually simplify this for myself, not have to worry about this, and just go ahead and do an all comment, catch all respond comment cards. How about that? So if something's unguarded, then I can go ahead and give this reply. So let's save it. It's saved, it's active, we're ready to rock. Let's go ahead and test it. Do I have any posts here? I might need to create a post, but that would be great because it's automatically set to catch all. Oh yeah, okay, here's one. Here's one really silly one. I was testing the Restream software and started doing this little dance, and it was just so goofy that I kept it. Just any day now. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. All right, Michael. The test of the hour. Will it work? I really need to get, what's the very fastest home internet that one can get? Isn't it called like fiber? Do I need to get like a fiber network or something? Because it's embarrassing. Oh my Lord. Any questions? Okay, let's see. I'm gonna finish this up in a second. I taught a putty tat. I'd like to know if there's a way to pass a value to a chatbot, a parameter or reference value. A parameter or reference value to a chatbot. I think I need more information. Where is the parameter coming from? Is it coming from, you're wondering like what source the user is coming to the bot? Is that what the point is? I can't think of anything off the top of my head of a way to pass like the reference source to the bot, unfortunately. There might be something really cool though. Does the MobileMonkey system recognize the comment word you typed in? Actually, no. It's just as long as somebody types anything to the bot, now they're a contact and you can send the follow-up message. It's just that we suggest a word like yes, because it's a super easy one to type in, right? So You can say type the thumbs up emoji or whatever, but that's probably going to take a couple more clicks to find the thumbs up emoji than something like yes, or just set, whatever it is, you just want it to be super low friction, because as soon as they message, then you've got that contact in your database. This is literally going to take forever. Like, I'm going to be 100 years old before this page loads. But why don't you test it, okay? Send a message to any of the posts on the BotGirl on the BotGirl page, one of the ones that doesn't already have a comment guard, because obviously that'll go to the comment guard funnel that's already created. So this is a really fun little office hours, jumping into a different use case for the funnel that we created in the hot lead alert. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen because I think it's just really pulling down the latency of all this. So yeah, that was it. If you've got questions, drop them in the group like it's hot. Let's chat about your email widgets and your funnels. I love to talk bot funnels, you guys, and see the creative things that you're creating. And if you have any personal questions, like want to talk strategy, want to share a case study, I would love to see your case study material, and I will personally write that stuff up. Like, I want all your case studies. I'm so hungry for them. I want to share the word about all the awesome things that you guys are doing with MobileMonkey. Email me at vnessie@mobilemonkey.com. That's me. Hey, I saw Michael Smith posted a comment on a BotGirl post. So let me know if that worked. Thumbs up if it did. Oh, I'm seeing the activity happening. Good stuff. All right, that was fun. Don't forget to message BotGirl with your little spicy, your little human, or hit that comment guard up and test out that hot lead alert that we created. Create your own hot lead alert and tell me all about how awesome it is, how easy it is, and how much fun it is. Or tell me if you're having a question as you're doing it. I just love to get these things set up, and I hope that you have a fantastic Friday, everybody. Have a great weekend ahead. Can you believe that we are in July now? Oh my gosh, raise your hand. July. That's my birthday month. So this is kind of like a great season, right? Okay, birthday month for BotGirl. Send your love to botgirlpage.io. Test out these rad funnels, and everybody have a fantastic weekend and go bananas. See you later.